Yeah. Yes, we do.
You got any grease?
Then grease me up,
Welcome
woman.
on in, everybody.
Oh, we're on.
Yes, we are here.
We are
is-
live, pal.
Episode, I think, 37. It is Friday, April 24th, 2026 at 9:22 p.m. Eastern time, as always. How are y'all doing tonight?
Eastern.
We're doing pretty good. How about y'all?
I'm tired.
Tired.
Long week, but I'm here.
Breach. Yeah, I can vouch for that one too. It's been. I feel like the
It's
last
been a
time we
long
talked
week.
to Alden on the pod last week when it was just us and Viper went off to Graceland and whatever. I feel like that was approximately 3 months ago because it's been a long week.
Yeah.
We should have called last week's episode. Maybe it was Memphis.
There's
Retrospect.
Zuckin and Memphis.
That completely cut out, so I had no idea what you said.
Well,
I heard
it can be
Zuckin.
whatever verb you want can in Memphis.
Let's put a Windows startup sound or the shutdown sound.
Dung.
Well, we don't really have a topic tonight, so we're just going to kind of just chat because it's
Just
been a week
freeball
for
it.
all of us. It has felt, for me, it's felt extremely short, but extremely long. And I've only worked like 3.5 days this week because my son had his 4-year doctor's appointment on Wednesday where he had to get his vaccines.
Plus, he also
and
had
stuff.
birthday.
Well, his birthday was last
happy
Friday,
birthday, little
right
man.
before the podcast.
Still. Now that we're
But-
Full House Jones, we can say that.
Yeah, we did have his party on Sunday, and that was fun. He really enjoyed that. But
I'm sorry,
yeah,
I
Wednesday.
missed that. Oh, I could talk about my Sunday thing too after you.
You guys were both busy, so it's. I know it just wasn't like I don't want to go to a 4-year-old's birthday party. Screw that.
No, man. You know I'd go in a heartbeat because I like hanging out with other people other than a bunch of children who I am with literally all the time for my job, which I love, for the record. But
We had fun, but I did not expect it to be as cold and windy as it was. I knew the temperature was going to drop that day, but I showed up in kahaki shorts and a t-shirt. And the sun came out enough to where it wasn't super cold, but the wind was it got a little brutal at times. So I was out there with flip-flops and t-shirt and shorts, and but it was fun.
That's the one thing about the area that we live in is, man, it can be super hot 1 second and then that just comes by and it just chills you to the bone.
Well, it was like 82, 85, somewhere in that area today, and then tomorrow it's going to drop like 15 or 20 degrees, and it's going to be raining from like 3 a.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow. I'm like...
Just all the time. All 4 seasons in 1 week. I've seen all 4 seasons in 1 day.
I'm not joking when I... What were you saying, Doc?
No, I was about to say, y'all just need more fat because I loved the cold. It was great. My wife and I were walking to a venue where we were watching someone, and I'll hit that later, but I was kind of dreading the walk because I don't mind the walking, but whenever I stop, I stop. But yeah, I mean,
Unless
it felt great. I wasn't
help
all
a homeless
sweaty.
guy.
Oh, yeah. There was one time Viper and I helped a homeless guy, but we had ran from an arena when we had our show.
Dude, we had a march back.
Yeah.
And because we didn't realize we started drinking before the night, and we was like, oh, we'll just walk to the arena. And then we ended up walking down there, and it didn't seem like it was a long time. And then we walked back, and it started to rain.
And it was pissing rain.
Pouring rain.
Oh, my God. Viper's brother-in-law ate it big time.
He had a concussion.
He wiped out. He ate it so hard. And we just looked down and we're like, I don't even know if we
he was far ahead of us because there was like a homeless guy that was like, hey, man, can you guys help me?
Yeah, Viper and I saved the guy.
You know, we lifted up his little wheelchair and just put him, in some cover.
Yep.
I don't know if
guy.
I don't know if I've told you the story before, but so when I used to live with my mom and my late stepdad, the way they when my parents or my mom and stepdad got married, they built a garage beside the trailer we lived in, and they did it in a way where it's like the whole property was kind of like elevated like this. So they built a riser foundation. So when you go in the front, it's obviously level, but the whole back was like 5 foot off the ground was where the actual floor was. So when they first built it, it actually was really cool because they had laid the foundation before they had actually put the building on it. So it looked like a giant platform just out to nowhere. But it was the whole inside was this really glossy cement, like garage kind of thing. But anyway, the way the grading was on the front of it, if it rained, water would come in, and it wasn't perfectly level. So in some parts, it would seep underneath the rubber tracks. And combined with the fact that my stepdad's truck always leaked a little bit of oil. So it got really bad right there. And he would tell me, he was like, always be careful when you go in the garage. Don't run, don't do anything. Just be careful when you go down there. And I was always like, yeah, whatever. And then, because he would always tell me, don't do this, watch out for deer when you're driving. There's officers out this morning. I saw them, and I'm just like, just leave me alone. So I don't remember what it was, but one morning I was going down the driveway, and they asked me to go in the garage for something. So I start like running in there, and as soon as I run down, like it was like the scene in Home Alone where Kevin hits the ice, and I flew out and landed on my back, and I was like, ah. Like, I don't know how I didn't break something because I like full on landed square on my spine.
That reminded me of today. It's not nearly as complicated as slipping on an oil slick, but since we're sharing stories, so our school just got done with state testing, and I'm sure if I say anything other than that, I'll get sued or fired or something. So we're done. Yay. But I had probably my squirreliest second grade class, and I have them into the room and yada, yada, yada. So I'm sitting there checking roll with my binder and stuff, and my Squirrely Boy 5000, he takes almost a dead sprint from one corner of my room to the other, and about 3 feet from me, he trips. And for some reason, his kneecap and my kneecap collide, and I legit thought he broke my, because I could hear it.
Oh, wow.
And I had a pain jolt up and down my leg, and all I went was "Gah!" like that real loud. And then the kid looks back and goes, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Dr. Janitor." And I said, "You need to go sit down right now."
Right.
But I tripped. I said, "You wouldn't have tripped if you hadn't been off of your spot." He goes, "Right." And he goes to sit down.
So here's a question that I have for you. So since you were a music teacher, what do you guys do during testing weeks? Do you guys have your own kids to test, or?
That is a good question, actually.
So without potentially getting sued,
excuse me,
I doubt I get sued, but I digress. They have to work. Boy, tell you what, no.
Because I forgot what it was like, testing in elementary school, because that was like 40 years ago.
Don't start that crap. Anyway, for the special areas, we end up having lots of small groups for accommodations for, hey, this kid broke his arm, we need to scribe, or hey, this kid's a little Squirrel Boy Jones, so we need to have him isolated so he won't start running laps or cracking kneecaps with the teacher in the main classroom. So we're all spread around like, a risk board with qualified, certified teacher. Yeah, that's the word. Certified teachers. And basically they stand there and make sure they do the test and don't cheat and don't, vomit on the test. Ask me how I know. Not from me, but this year I was told that there were some pukies. And then they cram the entire day schedule in the second half of the day. So 7 classes in 3 hours. And it's not awful. It makes the day go by faster. And I can probably vouch for the both of you too, but whenever I was younger, and I did the test. I feel like we took like a solid week from morning throughout the entire
See, that's
day
what
and
I
just
thought too.
knocked them all out. And I remember having a chance to, hey, if you get done early, crack open a book, sit quietly and read and all that stuff. They do not want that at all because that'll just encourage the kids to go, all right, time to floor it and then read Captain Underpants, you know?
I'm not gonna lie, I did that. Like, I didn't give as soon as I figured out that it wasn't for a grade, I did not care one bit if I passed or failed.
So, yeah.
And this is not a, announcement that that's the correct way to do it, but
right. Well, our state
I
doesn't
saw
give
it
two
as
craps about public schooling anyway, but I digress.
I saw it as, man, you hurry up and you know, Christmas tree this little, scan sheet or,
Oh, the
whatever you call it.
Scantron sheets. And then
Scantron sheet.
I almost told a kid,
You Christmas tree that thing, and then you get to go to sleep or just do nothing for the rest of the day.
this tree thing. One of my boys was taking a pencil and he was like filling in the answer, and it looked kind of like, well, I'm doodling while we're talking, but like he does that little number. And then I say, make your mark heavy and dark. And then I went, oh, because I'm sure you probably heard that phrase too. Make your mark heavy and dark.
Never heard that.
No, I've never
Really?
heard that.
Well, crap. Okay. Well, yeah, you had to make sure you fit it because if you did the wrong thing, then all of a sudden the test overlords would be like, "Oh, you're stupid and incorrect, so hold him back 5 years."
No, I didn't.
The
I didn't
Scantron
care at
version of
all.
Unhinging Chad.
Do
You're going to get the wrong president elected if you don't answer your bubbles right.
Whoa.
Do they even have Scantron sheets anymore?
Everything was in a book.
See, we had a book, but we had the Scantron sheet that went with it. I don't even know if I ever opened a book.
Like, I'm not going to say much more, simply because I legit don't think they kind of tell us, hey, do this, don't do this, talk about this, don't talk. They were having to discuss the fact that some kids are taking their little glasses or smart glasses and taking photos of the test now.
Oh, man. I wouldn't even think about that.
Well, you're obviously not an 8-year-old little boy now. And I'm not even going to tell you how many students I had, but I looked at those students and said, all right, you students, do you have, phone, smart device, and I had to read the script, the whole spiel. And I said, no electronic devices. And it just so happened that time we were doing math with calculators. And one of the kids goes, technically, isn't this, and he holds up his calculator, isn't this an electronic device? And I said, do you want it or not? And he goes, yes. I said, there you go.
I would have said no. It cluttered my desk too much. I got
no, 3 milliseconds after they came in there and piled down, they all whipped out those calculators and went.
Oh, I bet.
And then one of them kept like, I don't know, kept pressing plus and plus and plus and plus. And he was going, the number keeps getting bigger. I'm like, and I like,
oh, God. 8th grade?
No, this was a 3rd grader.
Okay, I thought you said 8th grade.
No.
Still, 3rd grade should know what addition is.
Well, we love this sweet person. I love. But yeah, I'm not going to say much more. I'm going to get fired, I'm sure. So, anyway.
Well, no more Scantron. We don't want a TCAP fraud.
Hey, a cat. Meow. Wow, we got off on a tangent, but yeah, testing's done, so hooray.
Is it really a tangent if we have no topic?
We're all going to hell for the topics we created.
Oh, good Lord.
Devil cats.
Oh, God. Yeah, when their powers combine.
Give
it
each other with their tails.
Donk. The orange one, whenever I go wake up my daughter for school in the mornings, he'll hear some birds in a tree just outside her window.
Does he do the thing where he goes?
Oh, none of them do that. The brown one's my daughter's favorite, and she has like maybe done it once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they're
Reaver. Yeah, this is definitely a bingo card night.
Complete wild
Reaver,
card.
I believe you didn't bring the correct testing material. You needed to bring your Scantron and the Texas Instruments TI-84
No,
calculator
remember, no more
that can spell
Scantron.
boobies.
We can't have TCAP fraud anymore.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, not that they care about, keeping people accountable, but anyway, I'm gonna get off my high horse.
I do remember that, especially in middle school, and I remember it the most, but they would give us, like, gum and stuff, and I
Oh,
thought
homeboy
that was the
ate
best thing ever.
We had,
homeboy ate his body weight in mints.
We had,
Dude,
lemon heads.
Lemon heads?
Mhm.
Dude, that
What
would
the
be so
hell?
disgusting. I
Dude,
could
I
not
love
even
lemon heads.
focus.
I mean, they're great, don't get me wrong, but that just seems
Not
it
during
was
a
always
test. Like, that would
it
be
was
so distracting.
it was always the, "Oh, peppermints help, like, expand your mind, man," and whatever. And so
Expand your mind, man.
and I
Don't
always joke
smoke the
this
peppermint.
I need to invest in, peppermint companies and pencil, like Ticonderoga around
Speaking
me.
there are one person that I know of that was a ex-professional wrestler. Don't know if he's still alive or not, that would, chop up some pencil markings and, yeah, roll a joint with those.
I thought you were gonna talk about Binky.
No. Oh, I can.
He
So
smoked graphite?
oh, he smoked pencil shavings,
Didn't
yeah.
Keith Richards snort his
Oh, I
dad's
thought you meant like
ashes?
the actual lead
All of it,
graphite. Okay.
all of it. Like, he
Graphite
would
and wood,
shred it
okay.
up and then yeah, and then just roll it up and smoke them.
I had a
He's
friend
like,
who would
"Man, you
dip
can't get
coffee
high like
grinds.
this."
So this is
But okay,
Anyway.
go ahead.
I was gonna say this is a story I've never told in the podcast before, and I'm ashamed of it, but it's also kind of funny. But it's also I was in 6th grade, so it's kind of on par for the course. I don't know if you guys are gonna know where I'm going with this, if you know what I'm talking about. But do you know how sometimes you'll see random pens or notepads or calculators and stuff, and they're like just a really generic, cheap piece of crap, but they have like a branding for like a company, like a local business on them or something? Well, my mom had this absolute slew of these little tiny calculators. And when I say tiny, like, I mean, they're like
miniature, like
maybe like this big.
Palm of your
Okay.
hand almost?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like really tiny, and it's like this. It was I still completely remember what it looked like. It had a silver shell on it, and it had black plastic ridges on the sides that were kind of like wavy. And when you pushed a little button on it, the top went and it opened, and then it like stood up on its own, and like it was a little desktop calculator. It was really tiny. Well, for some inexplicable reason, I was in class, and I won't mention these guys by name. They're still alive, thank God. One of them was one of my best friends growing up, and another one I didn't really get to know until 6th grade. Well, person A, the one I grew up with, and I somehow convinced person B to eat the calculator.
Hold on. We're not gonna just bypass that. Like, you
I was
just
ready
say
to elaborate. I was prepared.
eat
So
the
obviously
calculator. Like,
Obviously,
just
you
like
can't eat a whole calculator. You have to break it into parts and then
Not with
eat
that
it.
attitude, God.
So we ripped the face off of it, and we ripped the little plastic bindings off the side. Those were the hardest part because we couldn't break those down because they were hard plastic. I don't remember if he just chewed those. The circuit board was gnarly. I can't believe he ate that. But we ripped all the buttons out. That we got the button pad and ripped it into pieces. So he ate each individual button, but he ate this entire calculator piece by piece.
Okay. Now we're gonna stop and we're gonna examine this. Okay, so
How have
if
I
you
never told this
swallow
story?
a marble,
Alden. Wait, does my wife know this person or these people?
Actually,
Is it my wife?
my wife ate a calculator. I don't remember.
She's not that dumb, is she?
She's a year younger than me, right?
92.
Yes. So was she at our school when she was in 5th grade?
I'm gonna go with yes, but I'll check for confirmation.
She'll know the people. We were in band with one of them, with
the
person
one
A,
we
not the
got?
one who ate the calculator, the calculatee.
Are these both male?
Yes. Oh, you didn't even get to the best part.
Oh.
So he eats the entire calculator over the span of the entire period. I want to say I think it was our science class. Very appropriate. It's an experiment. Can you actually swallow this?
Dude, we did a lot of stuff in our science class too. I'll go into one story after yours. But
Well, anyway, so he eats the entire calculator. I think we gave him like $1 for it. And then the next day he didn't show up to class.
I wonder freaking why.
And my friend told me he died.
after the calculation. So that
And
was
I
going to be
was
my next question.
so scared because I was like, oh my God, I killed him. It turns out he just had like bronchitis or something. He came back the next week. But
Well, he probably had his throat scratched all the hell from eating a calculator.
Oh, I'm sure. So
Wait, she knows.
if you eat a marble or swallow a marble or anything
that's not-
that's, okay.
Sorry. Words. So do you know who he's talking about? He hasn't mentioned names.
Tell him to text him.
Text, put it in the group chat
Bye-bye.
or message my wife.
I'll talk to her about it later.
Yeah.
But if
You
you
what?
swallow anything, you kind of wait to see if it shows up in your stool.
So yeah, we just had a calculator story just now, and it was one for the record books.
I went to my gastro because I found a semiconductor in my toilet.
I mean, I'm thinking, the
Emily
battery.
goes, I have an inkling.
I'm
thinking,
curious.
because it's got to be the little watch batteries, right? That you put it.
Oh, yeah, he ate the batteries too. I forgot about
Oh my
that.
God.
So those had to at least go all the way through the system. The circuit board with all those little tiny
Yeah,
parts to it.
the little
all
diodes
that
and
stuff
stuff.
had to come out.
We
And
broke
if
it into
He'll
pieces.
do it
I
later. He
mean,
can't do it right now. Yeah, he'll text you later. Did you ever watch that episode of The Simpsons where Homer had a crayon jammed up his brain?
no, I didn't.
No.
Alden, give my.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Bye, Doc.
He's back. He's back.
I'm right here.
Okay.
That was weird.
That was weird.
We're having some weird issues tonight. There's been a lot of hiccups.
Hey, Alden, give me initials because my wife's curious and needs to know now.
Person A was TJ. Person B
TJ.
was CS.
TJ. Well, we were thinking of her best friend's brother.
No, it wasn't him. He was older
No.
than me. He would have totally done.
Huh?
So her
He
best
was a
friend's
fluke?
brother got hit by a van.
I ran over.
Wait,
a person
TJ
with my
got hit by a
car.
van?
Yeah, have you seen the video?
No.
In the parking lot of the
It's a
restaurant.
flute player?
Okay.
Okay, yeah. He ate a whole calculator, and apparently he didn't go
No,
to school the next day. And then he
Flute
died.
player didn't eat the calculator. Flute player helped me convince him, the other guy, to eat
Oh.
the calculator.
Flute player helped convince him. It wasn't flute
He was
player
an
that ate it.
instigator.
Give me the
He's an
initials of
instigator.
computer calculator eater.
CS.
CS.
Okay, we'll have to do this later, guys.
We'll talk later. Okay.
Anyway,
But
We've went on a detour.
I-
no
I-
one
we're
could
still
have-
going down this
I'm
detour. because
fine
No
with
one
this.
could have seen this coming.
Hey guys, it's been like almost a year now. Have I ever told you the story about what? Yeah, just the little things.
So, if you kind of know who I used to hang out with in high school, Doc, two of them that used to be on our rugby team, and we still hang out with them, and they're both still a part of a group chat that we're in. Do all kinds of crazy stuff, like we would make swords out of tubing and each other with them. I mean, we
Did
pretty
you
much-
create LARPing?
I created
mean,
LARPing.
we
I am John
probably-
LARP.
We didn't have any
Too
of the
magic, too
foam
magic, too
surrounding any of the LARPing weapons.
Y'all just
And we
beat each other up
beat
with
each other
pipes.
with them.
Okay, fair enough.
We
I've
was,
done similar.
Inspired, I would say, by ECW, if that gives you a kind of.
God, at least it wasn't light tubes. That would have been
Anyways, so
We used
we
to
was in
we used
a
to shadow
science
those at work.
class, and one person of our crew, it was not me, so I do not claim this, but we used to have back in the day, especially around this time. It was our freshman year in high school. Altoids. You remember those? Little
I do.
chalky mints that can have peppermint, but there was also the Altoids sours. And
Oh,
those
I
were
remember those. They're so
tangerines, and
good. They look like
those
little
are
crystals.
fantastic. Yes, crystals.
Mhm.
I want you to think crystal. So we chopped that crystal up, put it in a line,
No.
Oh, no.
rolled up a a dollar bill, and just took it all in by the
Drink it
nape.
in, man.
Drink it in, man. Sniff it in, man. And dude, he said that thing burned like no other. And he
Yeah.
had such a head rush. It was one of the tangerine ones too.
Isn't it when
But
you snort or like eat cinnamon? It's kind of the same kind of concept.
I think so.
Like cinnamon, like raw cinnamon. Like you
I
take it
think you
from the
can't like
McCormick
breathe
gimmick
in
and
a
you go,
whole
"Goink."
thing of cinnamon.
Yeah.
Like a
That was like an
tablespoon of
internet
cinnamon.
meme like a decade ago or plus now where they were
Around
like
the time the
snorting it or
milk
whatever.
challenge was, yeah.
Yeah. But I'll never forget that he did that, like, right in the middle of a class with, like, tons of people around. He was just like, "I'll do
Of course.
And, Doc, you don't know the person that actually did it. Actually, nobody here knows, but it was part of our crew.
It was you, wasn't it?
It was not me.
Okay.
It was not me.
So what?
Go ahead.
It's like that Ron Burgundy meme. I
I
don't
was like,
believe you.
I have a similar story. This is not a my camera froze. Okay, that's weird. It's just the live feed is gonna be me going for like 5 seconds. We're having weird technical difficulties tonight. So
Difficulties.
there was this one guy in high school, and it reminded me of this. This was not anything that I instigated. I did not ask him to do this. He just, for some reason, felt compelled to do this. I don't know if you all know this, but speaking of cinnamon, the ingredient or whatever it is in the chewing gum Big Red that makes it have that kind of like that cinnamon kick to it. Did you know that
Cinnamon?
it's transferable through skin?
No.
That's a bad setup.
So when you get a Big Red piece of gum and you take it out of the wrapper, you can see the little red residue in it. If you lick that or wet it and put it on your skin, you will absorb that cinnamon through your skin and you will feel the heat transference. And this guy figured this out in high school for some reason, and he started just randomly sticking it to like his arm and his face and stuff just to see if he could handle it, because apparently it's really hot. And I tried it once on my arm. I was like, wow,
I
you can
would
actually
say
feel the heat.
so.
So he started doing even crazier stuff. So we're in the middle of biology, and he puts it on his genitals during the middle of class, and he's sitting at the desk going,
Oh my God.
and we're like, what is wrong with you?
What have I
First of all,
become? Oh my God.
I mean, hold on.
I will make you hurt. Oh, Jesus
Why would you
Christ.
have that much of an easy access to your
Why are you sliding your hand down your pants in biology?
Exactly.
Why are you
Where else are you going to do it? Chemistry?
That's
Not without a
anatomy,
partner.
guys.
I mean,
We don't have an
I
anatomy.
have no words. I have no words.
we are broken tonight.
Oh my God.
We used to, and it was the two people that you know, Doc, and we used to take Twizzlers because we found out that Twizzlers make a really good weapon. And we would smack
Elaborate.
each other with the Twizzlers. And if you've never been smacked with a Twizzler, it instantly creates a welt on your skin.
I have done similar. I remember being in a parking lot at Perkins, and I want to say we had pocket watches. Apparently, pocket watches had a
Jesus.
resurgence at one point, and then we took the chain. And I don't remember the whole context of it, dog chain or a pocket chain. And we just thought it was fun to see if it would like wrap around our arm when we slung it.
Mhm.
But at one point, every once in a while, it would connect in the right spot, and you just see a huge welt around our arm. And why did we do that? I don't know. Maybe we have too much paint.
Young and stupid.
Yeah. Now I'm just middle-aged and stupid. But
I don't know. I don't do anything like that anymore.
No. Nope.
Oh, I don't know if
Nope.
you guys will remember this, but do you remember when Hardee's used to sell the burgers in the clamshell boxes, but like if you bought it in the store, they would put a toothpick with a little kind of like a translucent piece of plastic or on top of the toothpick,
yeah.
and they would like they would like designate the burger because they had them on red and green and yellow, and it's kind of like
Oh,
designated
like
like what
planting
kind
a
of burger it
flag
was.
on a mountaintop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ta-da. Yeah.
Well, something you may not have known about this is those little pieces of wrapper create really good aerodynamicity. Is that the word you would use for that? And what I mean is,
Dynamicness.
if you get a
Sounds pretty good
toothpick,
to me.
if you get a toothpick and you put it in a straw and blow on it, it ain't gonna do anything. It'll fall out. But if you get one of those that has the little thing on it, you can shoot it out of a straw like a blow dart so hard that it will go it will go like into a cork board or into a ceiling tile. And because of that, we got handfuls of them when I worked at Hardee's with straws, and we would hide and we would shoot each other with them, and like blow
That is
darts.
hilarious.
And it was so much fun. It hurt so bad, but it was hilarious to do it.
Did I ever
And
break
there
the
was this-
skin if you hit anybody?
It would, and that's where I'm going. There was this one guy we worked with. He was like really short and fairly overweight, but he was really dramatic. But one night he was
Did
like,
I work with you? Sorry.
he was out at the counter, and we had the straws, and we aimed at him. He goes, "Don't you do it! Don't you effing do it! Don't do it!" And he like turned around and started to run away, and someone shot him in the back, and he goes, "Ah!" And he like falls on the ground.
Now I kind of want to go back and like get some of those to play with because that's
If you can
fun.
find them,
Yeah.
they'll shoot. I can't remember. I think it was the shorter straws they worked better with, or it might have been the longer ones. I don't know, but we
talking
did
about like
all the
like coffee straws?
No, like full on soda straws, but at Hardee's
Oh,
we had short straws for the 20 ounces and large straws for the like 44 ounces.
I got you.
So would you wrap the flag around the toothpick?
It's
And
already
like,
wrapped.
put it in
They
the
were
straw?
they were pre-made. So you just got them and you just loaded them in and you just shot them out like
So
rapidly.
it wouldn't look like
Exactly.
that.
No. So it literally
Okay.
looks like you got a really thin strip of plastic and just wrapped around the thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have an
s-
actual
So it's like a
flag on it.
marker, not like a little flag sticking out. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm on Burger
Yeah.
Mountain. Okay.
No, they're not actual flags, but they would stick them on the top of the burgers when they would serve them in store.
So it's probably color coded for you to be like, this is
Yep.
This
uh,
kind of burger.
the
but-
Had
butthole
red,
burger. This
red,
is
green, and a yellow, and I think they were corresponding to the kinds of trays we use because a little inside baseball here. We used to keep all the meat. I don't know how it's changed because I haven't worked there in like 15 years. But at Hardee's, we had half-pound meat, third-pound meat, quarter-pound meat, and chicken, and they were all in different trays, so you could just look to determine like. So the half-pound meat was on a blue tray, the third-pound was on a red, the quarter-pound was on a turquoise green color, and the chicken was on a yellow tray. So I think they probably used those flags to denote what kind of burger it was.
Mm.
But I don't remember. I just know we had them, and we didn't really use them when I worked there. There was just a giant butt ton of them in the stock room, and we're like,
well,
I'll
you
find a
did
use for
use
this.
them.
We'll find a use for these.
sidebar. But why did people never measure chicken sandwiches the way they do burgers? You don't hear about it like a quarter-pound chicken sandwich.
Probably because when you make a chicken, it's just already like sliced into breasts, whereas ground beef
Where
you
it's
roll
already
that
red.
and you have to get ground beef and you have to bind it and make like weigh it out and stuff like that.
I wish
You wouldn't do that with chicken.
man.
You can't cut a bunch of pieces of chicken and bind them together into like a sausage.
I mean, you can.
I mean,
but
you
no,
can.
mechanically
You can do
grind up a
anything you
chicken.
want.
mechanically ground chicken.
Hey,
There's our
in my
episode.
previous
Like
life, I
turkey
worked at a turkey burgers aren't bad. You just need something to kind of hold it together because it just falls apart afterwards.
The key is
Long time.
to cook
Yeah,
it while
we
it's
did
still
too.
frozen.
Well, that too. But in my previous life, working at a old folks' home in the kitchen, I mean, I saw ground up things that I would never imagine folks would want to eat or pureed
I'm
things.
sure you saw a lot.
I've seen
in
some
that
stuff,
kitchen.
man. I in
'Cause
retrospect,
that kitchen was a
that was a cluster fart.
yeah, it
And
was.
every sense of the word. But now looking back, I'm like, that was really a good job. I just didn't realize it was a really good job back then. It was a lot of hard work, It was a hell of a lot of work, but
I
it's
remember you
always
always getting so frustrated though.
yeah, man, at the time, it was just the people and eventually, it was some point post-graduation, I just kinda went, "This place isn't that bad." And it really wasn't. I mean, you gotta look for the good things in your job, and if you don't, you go crazy, and then you get resentful, and then that sucks, so,
Yep.
Yeah.
That's happened to me far
yeah,
too many times.
yeah. If I had another go again as a 37-year-old Doc as opposed to 21-year-old Doc, I'd be like, "Dude, you got it made. Just it's fine." So,
Have you ever had many jobs where you left and then went back later?
So going back to Eagle, because I did
actually,
that
yeah,
before I
Viper going
even
back.
started. Um, and I don't know if this is new breaking, but I am going back to an old employer, and that is the first time that I've actually went back to a job. Because every single time I've either left a job because it was ending or left the job because I was moving. Now, if there was one other job that I transferred and then transferred back just because of where I lived, and that was
Yeah.
serving tables slash bartending. But other than that, yeah, I've never actually went back to a job that I used to have
I can't say
as
I
of
have.
right now.
Let's see. So Crystal, no. Walmart, no. The nursing home, no.
And I've had tons of jobs.
Now, to be fair, there were times where I would be on like a pause because the nursing home was while I
Yeah,
was still full time at school, and they were absolutely super great with work like 2 or 3 days in a row, and then miss like 2 weeks because of finals or whatever. And then post graduation, I would juggle substituting, and then I would juggle working at the nursing home.
yeah.
And then for even a little while, I worked at a music store, and then I would cover a couple of shifts at the nursing home when it just finally, you know, it was too much to do both. But
Well,
I don't think
let's
I've ever
see.
gone back. I did have a brief stint going back to the music store after I started teaching, but it was like seasonal work, just for extra money and extra hand, but it wasn't
Yeah.
permanent. So I don't know
Maybe
if
if
I'd
you
count that.
count like teaching band camps, maybe,
I don't know about
but I
that.
really wouldn't consider that
I
going
wouldn't.
back because
No,
I
no, no.
No.
technically never left.
Yeah.
So I did that with 2 jobs, and I found both times that I did it, I really despised it the second time for whatever reason. Like, I didn't
Really?
necessarily leave the first time because I hated it, but whenever I went back, I was like, "Oh, no. I can't do this."
Gotcha.
So,
So the reason why I left Eagle the first time was one, I was doing everybody else's work and it was getting me pissed off. And I knew about it. My boss knew about it. Even the stores that I service knew about it. But yet nothing was changing.
yeah.
And so I was getting, in trouble because he wasn't doing his job correct. And
Yeah.
I knew how to do his job correctly. And I could definitely tell. Now my line of work is really, really odd and different, but um, I started looking around and found something that I thought was going to be really, really easy and going to be making just shy of what I was going to make. And I just, I took it and ran with it, and it didn't work out. I only worked there for like a week, and then something else. So,
Gotcha.
but there's only been a couple jobs that I've, you know, not physically, but some physically, but, flip the middle finger to and, burn the bridge, that I
Mhm.
couldn't go back. And there's only s 3 jobs that I had like that. Well, 1
But
I got
didn't
let
Bon
go.
Jovi say "Who says you can't go home"? I mean, he wouldn't lie
Yeah,
to us, right?
yeah. But other than that, I probably could go back to any of the other jobs, even though
But then he does shoot us through the heart, and apparently we're to blame. So, I don't know. Bon Jovi's weird, man. That should be the title. I don't
Bon
know. Bon
Jovi's
Jovi's
weird,
weird.
man.
I know someone who always says Bon John Bowie for some reason.
John Bon Jovi.
My
Bon John
daughter
Bowie.
to this day, she's almost 9 years old. She still calls it
Yellow mellow?
yellow
Instead of
yellow
mellow
melon.
yellow?
Yeah.
It keeps freezing at the most inopportune times. I don't. Again, apologies for tonight's episode. I don't know what's happening, but we keep having weird hiccups like every 3 or 4 minutes.
She also
I'm not having
refers
them on my end.
They're all
when
mine.
she was younger, she picked up one of my wife's bras one time and she goes, "Look, mommy, I have bee-boos."
His love is also bad medicine.
Bad medicine. Oh man, what a tangent we just got off on.
What
Hey,
a
sometimes
strange tangent.
these are some of my favorite episodes, though. Like,
Yeah, sometimes we just Seinfeld it up, man. We're a pod about nothing sometimes.
and that's when we discover
As like
really, really dark stories.
That's where we find out about Jumanji Blow Dart Hardy's edition and eating calculators.
eating calculus,
Kneecap shattered by second graders.
snorting Altoids.
And snorting Altoids.
And putting Big Red
God,
Rapper
just
on
in
your...
retrospect. Or yeah, big red on your big dong or whatever. And
that's what it
that
was.
should be the
Yeah.
name of the title.
That's the title. Big red on your big dong.
Yeah, the whole time I was thinking he put it on his berries, but it was on his twig. Never mind.
Oh. I don't want none of that big red. More like medium red,
Even
am I
still.
right? Hot cha-cha-cha.
Hot cha cha cha.
Dear God.
Oh,
Disgusting.
You know, it must have done something for him because he wouldn't have done it otherwise.
That was the same class that in the middle of class I decided to lay down on the floor and do my impression of Whitey from 8 Crazy Nights. And I had a seizure on the floor.
Oh my God.
8 Crazy Nights. Man, I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I watch it every Christmas.
Oh, do you?
Yes. I have it on Vudu.
Man. It's definitely it's a movie. I'll tell you that much.
It's up there in terms of Jingle All the
It's a
Way
movie.
being like
Oh, really?
like delicious garbage.
Jingle All the Way is such delicious garbage. Oh,
Dude, Sinbad is the best part of that movie.
You know,
I'll
what
listen
we
to a
need
podcast.
do- Sorry, I'll
Oh,
let
go
Viper
ahead.
do his thing, but we need to have like guilty pleasure movies. I feel like that'd be a good topic.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. Okay,
Let's do
Viper,
that
go.
next week. So I listened to a bunch of podcasts, and there was a wrestling podcast that had the Big Show on, and he started talking about meeting Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
Oh, Chris Van Vliet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you heard this story?
No, I was just starting to listen into some of his stuff, but anyway.
Okay, but so he meets Arnold Schwarzenegger, and you know, he did Jingle All the Way with him, which you know, he was barely in that role, and they had like a little bonding moment or whatever, and so he thought that they were pretty cool, and so he met him a couple years down the road, and he was like, "Hey," and Arnold sticks his hand out. "Hi, nice to meet you, Arnold Schwarzenegger," and he was like, "Okay, you know, whatever. He's kind of busy, you know. He's not even going to think about, you know, twice. Maybe he doesn't remember who I was, whatever the case is." So a couple of years go down the road, and I mean, this guy is, you know, I would say almost 7 feet tall. He may be 6, 7, who knows? But
So wonder he
he's
didn't
really
say,
tall. And
"You're my number one customer."
so he kept saying that though. He every time he would meet him, he'd be like, "Hi, Arnold Schwarzenegger, nice to meet you." And he did it like 4 or 5 times, and then he works out at a Global Gold's gym, and his picture is like on the wall there, and it's one that Arnold like owns. So he like he knows who he is, and this guy is like very unforgettable if you meet him. And so they meet at like a conference, or not a conference, but a charity event or whatever, and he was like, "I'm trying to remember how exactly he told him, but he was talking to another wrestler that was there, and he was like, "If he says the same shit again, I'm just gonna go crazy on him." And he did it, and, the last time he was like, um, meeting him in front of one of the WWE, person, he was like, "Hey, do you wanna meet Arnold Schwarzenegger?" And he was like, "Yeah, no, I'll stop by and say hey." And, so he does, and
Uh-oh. Hang on, pause.
yeah, Doc, you kinda
Oh, I'm
froze
back
up.
now.
Alright,
Oh,
we're back.
okay, we're back.
So, even um, the WWE guy was like, "Didn't you do Jingle All the Way together?" And, Arnold looks at him and he goes, "Oh, yeah, I remember you now." So, the whole thing was a joke, and he kept that thing going for 14 years, and it ate at the Big Show like crazy. And he was like, "He got me for 14 years, and I hated him." He
Oh
lived
my
rent free in my
god.
head for that long, and he knew exactly who I was.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my god, what a turd.
You'll have to go
I
listen
love
to
the long game. I love a good long
the
game.
Yeah, long haul.
story of that because I did leave out some parts of it,
That's good. I'll check it out.
fluffer pieces of it.
Fluffer piece.
No, man, you just made me think of something in the middle of your story now, but I think I lost it when I was thinking back to Arnold.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, hello, how are you doing? I always, my daughter doesn't have any recollection or knowledge of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but the closest thing is Jorgen von Strangle from the Fairly Odd Parents. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll walk around occasionally and start talking like that, and then I'll go, "No, I'm slipping into my Arnold accent," but
Very
she only
clearly
knows.
start.
Oh, clearly. Oh, yeah, big muscly man, silver hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's ever a live action, Arnold should totally be him. Well, maybe it could have been him 20 years ago. He's probably an old fart now. That old fart could totally break me over his knee. Yeah.
In half.
And into bite-sized dock pieces. It's true. It's true. So, mercy me. Well, boys, I think we filled that most of that hour pretty well.
Wait, you out of steam already?
Not yet. Not yet. No, I think we did pretty
No,
well, though.
we still got some time.
Yeah.
Does anybody have anything coming up next
I
week?
haven't even told you about the time I set my yard on fire.
No, you
I had a
haven't?
friend make napalm one time, and they couldn't get it stomped out. And
I
they
did that
just left
too.
What?
Doc. No, Doc. Jesus, my name's Doc. Viper, actually, you know both of them, but we went midnight bowling with a friend
Were
who's
they
actually getting
groomsmen in
married.
your wedding?
One of them was, yes.
Was it the one that can't iron
The one
his
that didn't
clothes
like
correctly?
yes, that's the very
Okay.
same one. The one that didn't like you wearing your white jacket to the Max Payne movie. You
Oh,
remember?
I forgot I used to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You wore your little douchey, not douchey. That's the
Oh, it
strong
was
word.
douchey.
Whatever.
No,
But no, I don't
my
know. We were
style used to be
going
crazy back in the day.
to we were going to midnight bowling. And I went to pick him and our other friend, which you might remember Cora. It was
Yeah.
her boyfriend at the time, and actually Alden knows Cora, but
Yeah, I don't know what ever happened to her. I haven't talked to her in like 15 years.
she was at our wedding. That's the last I've seen. She bought us some plates
I
and
don't
stuff. We
remember her
still use.
being at the
Yeah, she
wedding.
was there. She was
Oh.
there. Yeah, she was
Cool.
there. I don't think she's one of the bridesmaids, but she was there.
Good for her.
Anyway, I digress. Picking them both up at Wrinkle Shirt Boy's house. It's about 11:30, and it's about 20 minutes to the bowling alley. And I pull in, and I just see fire on the front lawn. I said, "Boys, what the hell are you doing?" They said, "Oh, we found this styrofoam fell off the back of someone's truck a couple hours ago, and then we poured it and mixed it with some gasoline, and then now we can't get it to go out." And then I said, "Well, kick some dirt on it and gravel and
Some dirt on.
I mean, I didn't know what to tell them. They're like, "Yeah, we tried that, and it still won't go out." I said, "All right, well, we're gonna be late for bowling, so get in the car." And they're like, "Okay." So we just took. So yeah,
Well, we're talking about
Yeah, I wanna know how you
pyrophilia.
lit your yard on fire.
Oh, that one's not really interesting. I was playing with
Bullshit, that's
styrofoam
not
and
interesting.
I was playing with styrofoam and I lit it on fire and then it just burned all the grass around it. My stepdad was
Oh,
really mad about
so
that
it's not
though.
like flaming, like, ongoing flame.
No, I put it out immediately,
It's
but it didn't
still
like
on fire.
It's
it's
still on
still
fire.
burning to this day. Like Centralia, Pennsylvania, the fire still burns.
Rumor has it that it burns to this day.
No, and more interesting story as we run into
Fire.
our ad break, constant put off until we end, would be the interesting story of the fire pit. So,
That's foreboding.
set the mood here. My grandmother, my grandma,
My
My
grandma.
Grammy. My Grammy.
she used to live in Rutledge, and that's the house that I inherited from her. Kind of, it's not there anymore. I lived there for a while after she died about 10 years ago. And when she was still alive, she had a burn pit in her backyard where she would burn everything. I don't know why she would burn stuff. She would burn anything from paper plates to couches, and she would just burn anything that she wanted to get rid of in this little pit. I don't know who decided the pit should be where it was, but whoever did decided to put it under power lines. So
Oh my
by the time that she died, it looked like you got a zip tie, or not a zip tie, a bread tie, and you took all the plastic and ripped off of it to where all that's left is the little piece of metal wire. That's what the power lines look like. Thankfully, the power lines just went to my
Dear
my
God.
dad's trailer that he had abandoned at that point, so they were cut off. They didn't actually go to anything. So
Okay.
they were
Woo.
just. But
Man, that could have went real bad.
it was bad. But
God.
anyway, that is completely irrelevant to the story, believe it or not. But my dad, you had to have met him. This man, I don't know if I ever really saw him in my life after like the age of 10 where he wasn't holding a beer. He was always drinking. He would get home from work and he would crack open a case and drink until he passed out. And then after he lost his job, he would wake up in the morning and go buy beer and then start drinking until he passed out. So he would always be walking around with his long sleeve shirt. I don't know why he always wore a long sleeve shirt. Even in July, it's 100 degrees outside. He had a long sleeve wool shirt on.
Jesus.
And he always wore a hat, and he always had his beer in his hand. But one day, my grandma was burning stuff, and he's like, and I'm definitely gonna put on a little bit of an accent. His accent was not this severe, but it makes the story funnier. He's like, "Hey y'all, come here."
Oh,
And he
God.
told my cousin and I, who at the time my cousin was probably 12 and I was about 24, maybe. And he's like, and to set some more backstory, my dad had this really bad OCD to where he had all these things he couldn't do. Like he would not park in a diagonal parking space. You couldn't get out of
Relatable.
you couldn't get out of the car unless the wheels were aligned with the lines. So like if you had your wheel turned,
Not there.
you couldn't do that. You couldn't get out of the car unless the time on the clock ended in a 5 or a 0.
No, not there.
So if you pulled in at 12:31, you're sitting there for 4 more minutes.
crap.
But it
Wow.
was really bad. But he had this really bad thing where he wouldn't say certain words. You couldn't make him say words. So he would gesture at things. He's like, "Hey, I got you some." He's like, "I got you something there," and I'd be like, "What?" And he goes, "I'm like, what? This?" And he go, and he would just like pantomime until I finally pointed at it and I'm like, "This," and be like that. Well, he led us down to my grandma's basement. He's like, "Hey, look at that." I'm like, "What? Spray paint?" And he goes, "Yeah, why don't you throw that in the fire?" So he had us purge her basement of aerosols, spray paint, paint thinner cans, all kinds of stuff, and he had us
God.
just throwing it into this roaring fire, and this stuff was
God.
exploding. You had
With that power line still there?
what?
With that power line still there?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And this might have been when the lines were still active too.
Wow.
But these cans were exploding. There were some of them that were, one of them blew up and created created like a flamethrower straight up in the air. It looked like an acetylene tank. It exploded. One of them exploded and threw shrapnel from the can all over the place. One of
Did it
them
make a cool
actually
paint explosion too?
kind of. One of them blew up, and when it exploded, all the remnants of the inside of the material, I don't know what it was, stuck to the swing set. It looked like napalm, like it was orange and it was glowing and it was on fire when it landed, and it sat there
Wow.
and burned. But the funniest part was, he wanted us to keep doing it and encouraged it. My grandma was, obviously not thrilled about this. But I'm like, we got one can left, and I throw it. And at this point, the fire had almost completely died out. All that was left were some embers. So I threw the can in the middle of the fire, and she goes, "Well, why'd you do that for? Now I have to go over there and get it out," because it didn't blow up. And we're like, "Oh, that's not safe." So I'm like, I
Oh.
got
That's
an
not
idea.
safe.
I got an idea. So I went inside, and my cousin had a few of these little bottles. You know these from as a school teacher. You know the little bottles of milk that they have, not the cartons, but the bottles. He had some of those of chocolate milk, and I drank one and emptied it out, and I filled it full of gasoline.
Oh,
Um,
God.
and then I got the cap and put on it, and I poked a hole in the cap, and then I fed like a little piece of what do you call it? Newspaper,
Cloth?
or not newspaper,
Did
paper
you
towel
make a
into it.
Molotov
I
cocktail?
didn't make a Molotov. I made a way for the gasoline to come out and reignite the fire just at a safe distance. So I make this makeshift
Molotov
bomb. I didn't light
It
it.
wasn't a
The fire
Molotov
did.
cocktail. It was a bomb.
The fire
It
pit
was
lit it, not me.
literally the same thing.
But anyway, so I go out there. I'm like, okay, there's an ember right beside this can, but we have to get it out. So I'm like, what we're gonna do,
Gosh.
because it's gonna spill out gasoline, I'm gonna just toss this on top of it, and then it's gonna reignite the fire enough to make the can explode. Everyone's safe. So I get like within
Oh,
10
yeah,
feet of
safe.
it. I get within 10 feet of it, and I'm like, okay, don't get near this. And I toss it, and I'm like, whenever I toss this, we're gonna have to get away from it. And as soon as I toss it, I guess the can had already been working, but the gas splashed out, and I turned around, took one step, and it just exploded behind me.
Oh, my God.
And it was just like this giant fireball. So that was the last time we did that. Until about a year
man.
later, we set a couch on fire. Um, I still have a picture of
Like
that
a
couch.
Molotov at that, or a
Yeah.
bomb.
I need to send you a
Molotov.
picture of the couch on fire.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Wasn't that like the cover of a Billy Joel album, or he lit a piano on fire or something? I don't know. But
kind of related to that, but we had an old crappy wooden, like I think it was like it was like a chair or something, and I was going to like break it and throw it because it was already broken. I was going to finish breaking it, throw it in the fire pit, and my cousin was out there, and I like spun around to break it. In mid spin, it broke and hit him in the back.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I had an arson moments. I had, well, my parents gifted me this, which in their infinite wisdom, they thought I would enjoy it, but I sure did not. But it was a plush animal of Jar Jar Binks,
I already know where this is going.
but it was an alarm clock.
Misa says
so
it's
think-
Was
very
it the
hot.
really like 12
Yeah.
inch tall? Ben had one of those.
Okay, well, I
It's still
thought
sitting
it
in
was
his
the
room.
annoyingest thing ever. Okay.
He would
lit
like
it on
sit there
fire,
and like
didn't you?
jiggle dance or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, Ben had one. I hated that
So-
damn thing. Mm-mm.
I got so tired, and I thought I took the batteries out of it, and I still swore I heard it.
Oh
So I
yeah,
was
it's
like, you know
probably
what?
totally possessed.
I'm going to end this thing's life so hard. So I waited until my parents went to sleep, and my parents had like a pretty large driveway, and there was nobody around. So I set that thing in the middle, and I had a lighter and an Axe spray can.
Oh my God.
And I torched the hell out of that thing. and it would still talk. It would still talk, and it would that thing was in my nightmares for I don't know how long after I burnt that thing to death. But good God.
Well, that reminds me of my older cousin, not the cousin I've been referencing the whole time. He's the one I've been talking about. Is like 11 years younger than me. This one was like a year older than me. He was terrified of Elmo for years because his sister, who is like,
Had
8 years
technically
older than
Elmo.
me, loved Elmo.
Oh, don't tell me you lit Elmo on fire. I might cry on that.
No,
Take it.
no. But he had
Torch
she
me,
had
Elmo.
she had this Elmo. She had this Elmo toy that would walk. They would take like little steps and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So her bedroom was in this room, and his bedroom was across the hall, and this kind of like a mezzanine kind of thing, where it's like a half hallway.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was in his room one night, and the Elmo was supposed to be turned off, and it just walked, and it's like, Elmo! Like it walked in behind. It scared him so bad, he hated it forever.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Elmo loves you. Elmo loves you.
My goodness.
My daughter had
Mm.
same thing, but it had like almost like he had a headphone set, and he would sit there and like tuk, 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 almost like a little metallic nutcracker
Mhm.
soldier. She hated that thing. Oh my God. And I can't say I blame her, because 2-year-old little kid looking at Elmo, but he looks like
Yeah.
a robot.
Mhm.
That's nightmare fuel for anybody.
It really is.
Of course, torching Jar Jar Binks with an Axe body spray and a lighter's pretty high on the list
At
too.
least it smelled good whenever he was burning.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Well,
I bet you
man,
got
that
the
was so
chocolate
freaking
version one,
dangerous.
didn't you?
It was the
No, I
chocolate.
don't know which one it was. It's probably just. I do enjoy the chocolate one though.
Misa
forgot
smell
what it's
like
called.
boys' locker room. Oh my God.
Oh.
Well, this has been a roller coaster tonight. Piper, who are we raiding out to? We only got about 3 or 4 minutes left.
What kind of raid do we want to do?
I don't
Holy
care.
crap.
I never do.
Let's do.
Hey, while he's doing that, don't call it coming back. I'm going to try to do some stuff on GOG. I put something up for people to go
To see.
check out my humble GOG store or my GOG library and see if I can find something. I've got some stuff my brother and I played when we were little. I got some new stuff.
There you
I'm
go.
going to try to get this wagon train moving again. But
Put it
Oh,
back out.
sweet. Please do. I think my wife's going to start again. My wife again soon when school's out. So
yeah,
anyway, we are
that's
going
my issue.
to we're about to raid out in a moment. Thank you all for being here. This has been a very unorthodox show, but hopefully
Aren't
you
they-
have
aren't they
gotten
all that way?
your share of some weird inside stories. We haven't gone down this rabbit hole in a minute. I know that's
Yeah,
kind of
right?
actually how we started this podcast. Like
Yeah.
our first episode was a bunch of random stories like
Random
that.
ass shit.
But it's the most fun because
It's great.
some of these I don't even remember that I remembered them. Like you start saying stuff, I'm like, oh yeah, I did create a bomb in my backyard once. Oh yeah, we did almost kill
Torch Jar Jar
a
Binks.
fellow 12-year-old with
Convincing them to eat a calculator.
Oh my God.
at
I'm
least it
glad the
was
statute of limitations is over for all this, baby.
I know I did some more heinous stuff out there somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm
sure.
sure.
I've hid it away in the bowels of my mind. Now that I'm a public educator and you just set a good role model and example.
We used to have a
Well, thank
my
you guys for joining in. It was a really fun
I'll
conversation.
save that
needed
story
it.
for later. I've got another story. We'll save it for later.
Yeah,
All
do
right.
that next time.
It involves theft.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
I'm game.
Statutes of limitations.
Yeah. This was last week. No.
This one time, I stole a bunch of stuff.
How
All right.
much stuff did you steal? All right.
All right. Anyway, we're heading out now, everybody. Thank you for being here. I will be back tomorrow.
Oozes.
I finished up 13 last night, the story, but I'm going to be still doing a lot of post-game stuff. So I'll be here tomorrow night if my day out tomorrow doesn't exhaust me completely. Anyway,
Get your boat.
so I don't know what these dudes are up to, but that's what I'm doing. So
should be streaming tomorrow night. As far as
Vibe's gonna do my power play. Whoop whoop whoop.
Oh, well, I gotta be.
I'll start that on Tuesday.
Yeah, man, I'm excited for you to do that one.
Okay, I'll be watching. All right,
and it'll be the second stream because I think starting Tuesday is when I'm going to start doing 2 streams on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, you said Double Duty Jones. So
Double Duty Jones.
I'll miss the day one. I'll be at work.
Yeah,
so.
You're good.
Me too.
All right. Well, I'll see y'all. I hope you have a good night, and we'll catch you if you don't catch us on our individuals. We'll catch you.
Next week,
next Thursday. Next week's podcast is going on a Thursday, not a Friday, because on Friday I am celebrating the 10th anniversary of the acceptance of my thesis to the Trace Network, and we're going to do a musical analysis of my symphony. So we're going to be like listening through it and talking about it, breaking it down, and just having discussions on next Friday at 9. So our podcast will be next Thursday at 9, which will be a real challenge to see if I get the kids asleep by then. So if we're not on time next Thursday, that's why. So see you guys next time.
Alrighty.
And we're all going to be doing some fun stuff coming up. So have a good night, guys. See you.
Bye.
See you guys.